Okay, welcome to the first lesson, guys. In this lesson, we will install MySQL Server and MySQL Workbench. So if you are wondering what's the difference between the two, let's take a look at this quick comparison table. So basically, MySQL Server is the actual relational database management system, and MySQL Workbench is just a graphical interface to handle and manage that database. So MySQL Server will actually store or organize. MySQL Server will actually store and organize your data, and MySQL Workbench is a graphical tool to see that data, to organize the data, to see the relationships between those data in a GUI format, that is a graphical user interface format. You can actually easily use MySQL Server without Workbench, but you will have to do everything by command line or using APIs, which can become quite hectic if the data is large and you have a lot to do. MySQL Workbench makes it easy to handle all that stuff using a simple query editor and GUI. So MySQL Server is actually mandatory. That is actually the actual database, and the Workbench is just an optional tool for easier management. The MySQL Server is the actual tool that takes care of data storage, indexing, transactions, and replication, whereas MySQL Workbench looks over the database modeling, SQL development, server administration, and visualization. You can see the relationships between different tables, how the tables are made, what's the type of data in the table, and so on. So if you are a backend developer, you don't want to use MySQL Workbench, you want to do everything by command line, you can just use MySQL Server. But that's not how usually database administrators use or administer the MySQL Server. They use MySQL Workbench to analyze and administer the database. Alright, so let's install both and get started. First, go to this URL. I'll have this link in the description below. Here, select your version. We will choose the latest version, and you can choose your operating system. I'm on Windows, so I'll choose Windows. Now there are two installers here. One is just 2.1 MB. This is the web installer. It will download everything from the web as they are required. And this is the standalone installer. It is 560 MB. And if you want most of the stuff already downloaded in the installer, you can choose this one. I'll choose the small one because I have a good internet connection. So let's download this, and here you can just click on no thanks, start my download, and your installer will be downloaded. Once the installer is downloaded, just click on open file and the installation will start. Along the installation, if you are asked do you want to allow this app to make changes, just click on yes. Here, so what do you want? Do you want the server only? If you do server only, you'll have to run everything using terminal command line, which is not scalable much, which is not how database administrators do it, because you cannot visualize data, you cannot see tables using this method. We'll just choose custom so that we can just install the required stuff. Click on next here. So in MySQL servers, we will install MySQL Server. So we will choose the latest one, 8.0.4, and once you select the latest server, just click on this arrow to move it to the product to be installed. Now MySQL Server is done. In the applications, we will install MySQL Workbench. Again, we will install the latest version. And in shell, now this is if you want to use the command line, we will choose the latest version again. And in documentation, we will not use this at the moment because this course will show you everything. So we will have everything installed. There is the server, Workbench, and shell. Now just click on next. Click on next. I already had a previous version installed here, so I'm getting this warning. You will not probably see this warning if you did not have MySQL installed previously. And just click on execute. So after around 3 or 4 minutes, everything will be downloaded. Now you can just click on next, and you'll see the status ready to install in all the 3 applications. Now click on execute, and now this is installing. First, your server will install, and then your Workbench and shell will be installed consecutively. After a few minutes, everything will be installed. Now you can just click on next again. And these are the default ports for MySQL. MySQL will run on this port. Now this is the standard default ports. Everybody uses this, so no need to change this. Click on next again. Just click next. And here you need to define a root password. This is like a master password. It will control all your databases. You'll get access to all the databases using this password. After this, you can create users that have access to a specific database, but this is the root password. So make sure you don't forget it. Again, repeat the same password here. Now you can choose to add users, which you can give access to specific databases, but we'll not do this right now. You can just click on next and make sure you have checked this, because this will start your MySQL service when you start your computer. Now just click on next again, and finally click on execute. Now these are the final configurations. After this, we will be able to open Workbench and create and manage databases. In a few seconds, this is complete. Now just click on finish, click on next again, and everything is now done. Now you can just click finish and Workbench and shell will open. Now your Workbench is open. So finally, we have installed MySQL Server and MySQL Workbench. Now in the next lesson, we will create our first database and connect to it.